Hi, I'm Dr. Fletcher Thierry from Examsolutionprovider.com. I'm continuing with these tutorials aimed at helping those student nurses who require numeracy calculation skills. This is test 2.8. Which means chapter 2 of this book. All the questions are from this book, which is a numeracy and clinical calculations for nurses by Neil Davison. Okay. The aim of these tutorials are more to help those students who are going into nursing and those who are actually going to access courses, probably whose interviews involves some numeracy skills. Also, it is trying to help remove the fear that mature students have, as many of, or majority of these students who enter into nursing as mature people, one of the things they fear is actually maths, because in most cases, maths, they are seen as numbers, not as language for communication. Also, they'll be able to appreciate why they need to learn maths, particularly to help reduce medication errors. Medication are extremely important because they help us to get better when we are not feeling well. But also, equally, they are very dangerous if we do not actually take them correctly. One of the major problems is error in calculating the doses that actually patients need. What we need to know is that the doctors prescribe medications as these are in milligrams or can be solution volumes, but the nurses, they need to figure out, they need to calculate the actual dose that is going to be given to a patient. Now, if they give too little, then medication is not going to work. Therefore, patient will take longer to get better. So that's not helpful because it's just a waste of medicine, but also it does actually have impact, negative impact on the patients and their family because they stay in the hospital longer where they are not working. So that's not helpful. To the hospital itself, like NHS, is also not going to be a good thing, because many of these patients, they just actually occupying the beds. So it will end up having congestion in the hospital. If you give above the normal, what is required doses, medicine is going to be dangerous. They can damage the liver, damage the kidney, and all other organs, and then they can kill the patient. Okay, so some patients are more vulnerable; they are at more risk than the others. For example, children and young people, the toddlers, they are very, very at a higher risk of actually, if you give the wrong doses, they're more likely to damage their organs or damage their liver, and they will make them even worse than what they should have, they would have been. Also, the elderly people who are older, those obviously we need to be careful, make sure they're given the right doses. And then the others with underlying conditions, like, for example, women who are pregnant, but also those with chronic conditions. We need to be careful what we give, actually how much medication we give them. Give them correct doses is extremely important. Okay, and also it helps to reduce what is called medication error. Medication errors, one of the causes is actually giving patients a wrong dose, which means you have calculated wrongly, then that's not going to be helpful to the patient. So it will lead to poor patient experiences, so which is not good for nurses. Right, okay, so generally, you're going to see that the mathematical skills are extremely important. In terms of clinical calculations, we're talking about the intake of fluids. You may have to actually calculate the volume of how much fluid the patients need for 24 hours. And also you may have to record how much the patient is actually losing, which is output. So we need to look at input, output, And also some of the things like, for example, how to calculate the BMI to help the doctors. We also tend to take temperatures. So recording temperatures accurately requires some way of calculating, make sure that you keep the right temperature. Otherwise, if you don't, then doctors may end up making decisions on wrong information. So that's not helpful. There are a lot of other things, blood pressure, so calculate blood pressure recording is extremely important. So you can see that obviously why they insist that nurses, they need to have numeracy and clinical calculation skills, very, very important. Okay. If you have any problem, then let me know. You can actually go to Examsolutionprovider.com. You'll be able to find me and my contact details. You can come back. I provide this tutorial support to students who are actually doing studying for nursing, access to nursing, as well as other subjects. So if you go on my website, you'll be able to find the information and you're going to get hold of me. Right. Okay. So as I said, this is test 2.8. I'm not interested in going through the whole of this book or page by page. No. What I'm interested in is the self-assessment tests, which are tests at the end of each chapter. So therefore, what I'll be doing, not at the end of each chapter, but at the end of each section, because this is each chapter is split into sections. So obviously, you're going to see to help if you are actually revising for your exams. For example, nursing associate trainees, this actually is a module on its own. They are supposed to actually pass this in order for them to progress. All right. Okay. So let's get on. Right. This is, I don't need that. Let's get off this. What do we need in this one? Yeah, so 2.8. Okay. Right. Okay. So 2.8, you can see is try to help you, or you need to acquire skills of how to calculate percentages. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be going through. So this here means chapter 2, and this is test number 8. Okay. Also, those who are writing projects or dissertations, you will see how actually we label some of the sections of your dissertations or projects. For those who are writing essays, you do not need this, but because in essay they are not indicated as reports, but in dissertations, yes, you can actually write this section. So this is chapter 2 and test number 8. Okay, so the title is percentages. So it says the recap questions below will help to consolidate your learning about percentages. Okay, and you can double check the answers at the end of the book. Okay, so that's fine. So you need to have that book in order to check these answers. Okay, let's look at question number 1. All right, so number 1 saying a local community hospital has 45 patients. Okay, there are 36 females and 9 males. What percentage of patients are females? Okay, so we need to double check, make sure it's correct. So we need females. This is the formula to work out the percentage. So that's number of females, okay, divided by total, and then you multiply by 100. Okay, so what you get there is going to be, you can put over 1, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't change anything. 1 into 100 is 100. So let's say check the total. So the total is 36 plus 9. That should give you 45. So it should be equal to this number. Okay, they are asking for females. So for females are 36. And the total, you could put it 36 plus 9, but they have already given you that number. That's 45. And then you are multiplying that by 100. You could put over 1, that's fine. Now, there are two ways of doing this. You can multiply this by, this is called numerator to the top. So this numerator can multiply with this numerator. And this is called denominator. So this denominator can multiply with this denominator. However, you can, as it is, you can try to find what number can divide in there, in here without a remainder, or in here and in there without a remainder. So you can see 9 can go in there, 9 can go in here. So 9 into 36 is going to be 4. So I've cancelled to make sure I've divided into that. Then 9 into 45 is going to be 5. Yeah, so 9 times 5 is 45. And then I can see that the 5 can go in here, can also go in there without a remainder. So 5 in here is 1. And the 5 in 10 is 2. 5 in 0 is 0. Okay. So what I have now, I multiply the top, so it's going to be 4 times 20 divided by 1 times 1. So this here is going to be 20 times 4 is 8. And 8 divided by 1, because 1 times 1 is 8. So this is 80%. Okay. So that's how we get this percentage of females. All right. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Okay, question number 2 says, over a 12-month period, okay, 50150, which is 50,150 patients attend an emergency department, okay, and then 10,030 of these are children. So what percentage of the patients are children? All right, so we have this number, which is children. So again, we're going to have children divide by the total and multiply by 100. Again, you can put over 1, doesn't change anything, but it helps you to see the balance. So the total number of children is going to be 10,030. So this is going to be 10,030. Now the total, and the total is 50,150. So this is going to be 50. If this is correct, 10,000 is another 0 there. So it should be 10,000 for the children. Okay, so we did the wrong number there. So it should be 10,030. Okay, and the total is 50,000. So that need to be in line with that. So it's 50,000 and 150. Okay, and then I multiply this by 100 divided by 1. I moved a lot right there. Okay. So I can cancel these zeros. So I can cancel this 0 and this is 0. So what I'm remaining with is 1003 over 5015 times 100 over 1. Okay, so you can start by small numbers. So 5 can go in here, 5 can go in here. So 5 here into 10 is 2. 5 into this is 0 is 0. And 5 into 5 is 1. 5 into 0 is 0. 5 into 1 is 0. 5 into 15 is 3. Okay, so 5 into this 1 is 0. Then I would have, if I was doing long division, it means I would have dropped 5, then it becomes 15. So then 5 into 15 is 3. Okay, what you can see there, you have 1003, you have 1003. So which means this here can go in 1. So you're dividing it by 1003. You're also dividing there by 1003. So it's 1. Then what you have is 20 times 1 over 1 times 1. So 20 times 1, which is this times that, over 1 times 1. What am I holding here? Okay, right. So this will give you 20%. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go to the next one. As I said in the other video, I have stopped saying it's easy. It's not easy. What is easy for me is not easy for others. That's what I've realized. So it becomes not a good idea that I can say this is easy. It's not easy, but the good thing that you can learn. That's the most important. Okay, you can learn. Yeah, take it from me because I have gone back to school after I was already mature, but I've managed to move through to do my PhD. Yeah, starting from scratch. Okay, so there's nothing impossible. You just need to put your mind to it. But also, after some time of providing tutorial support to others, I've seen how they struggle. So I don't think it's a good idea to say it's easy. No, but it's challenging, but you can succeed. Okay. All right, let's go to question number 3. A care home has 56 residents. Okay, so that's the total number of residents who are in the care home, 56 of them. And then 42 of them are females and 14 are males. Okay, what percentage of the residents are males? Okay, so we're going to have males. Okay, that's what we are being asked. So we are asked, it's going to be males. Forgive me for my handwriting. I'm still trying to get used to this technology of ours. Okay, so males divided by the total. Okay, very important to put this because it helps you to see what you are doing. And then you're multiplying by 100. The reason you're multiplying by 100 because they have asked you to change them to 100. 100 to a percent. A percent means over 100. That's all. Okay, so when you say 20%, it means 20 over 100. 10% means 10 over 100. So we are actually multiplying by 100 because they have been asked to find percentages. Okay, so what are the males? So go back. Yeah, you can double check. So add the 14 to 42. It should give you 56. So what we know, we are being told that 14 are males. So we are going to have males is 14. And total is going to be, you can put it here, 14 plus 42. But they have given you this number already. So there's no need at all. You just need to pick the number. Okay, but if you want, you can do that. That's not a problem. So if you add this, you'll come to 56. So you can see, so it's going to be 14 over 14 plus 42. That's 56, which they have already given you as a total. And then you multiply by 100 over 1. Okay. As I said, you can to put a 1, every number you write is divided by 1, but we don't write it. Okay, so then let's see. Can 7 go in here? Yes. So 7 can go there. 7 can go there. So 7 here is 2, and 7 here is 8. Yeah, 8 is times 7 is 56. 2 can go in there. So 2 there is 1. 2 can go in there is 4. Okay, so cancel this so that you don't get confused. And then you're going to see 4 can go in here. So 4 here is 1. And 4 into 10 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Then 10 take away 8, you're going to have 2. Then you drop this 0, so you're going to have 20. So 4 into 20 is going to be 5. Okay, you're going to see 4 times 25 is 100. So what you have is you have 1 here, remember? So you have 1. So you have 1 times 25. I'm putting this deliberately. Okay, over, you have 1 here, which was here, this one. So 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. 25 times 1 is 25. 25 divided by 1 is 25. So it's going to be 25%. Okay? Once you get used, you don't need these little things. I'm just explaining to make sure that you know where they're coming from. Because I'm saying I've seen actually my fellow mature students struggling with it. These try to understand where they're coming from. Why do we put this? Okay, yeah. I hope you can follow. That's the most important, because once you understand the things, then you will not, you will never forget, and obviously you find life much easier. Okay, let's go to the next question. And that's question 4. Okay, so question 4 says, okay, so question 4 says, a Lake Asa clinic has 72 registered patients with a venous, okay, arterial or ulcers of mixed causes. Okay, if 61 have venous ulcers and 4 are of mixed causes, what percentage are arterial ulcers? Okay, so they are asking for arterial ulcers. Now, let's go back and see what it's talking about. So, in total, we have 72 registered patients, okay, who have venous arterial or ulcers of mixed causes. So that's the total of mixed causes. Now, 61 have venous ulcers, and 4 are of mixed causes. Right, so let's see here. What is he asking? He's asking of those who have got arterial ulcers. So what we need here is add this. Remember, the total is this. So if we add this plus that, so because what we need is, let's see what they are finding. So let's put in the formula what I want to do. Okay, so they are asking what the percentages are arterial ulcers. So we need arterial ulcers divide by total times 100 over 1. Okay, so let's see. So we know the total is 72, so that's not a problem. But the problem we have here is we need to add. So 61 plus 4 will give us 65. And this is 65, 4 are of mixed, 61 are venous. Okay, so these are, so this is mixed, and this is venous. So what is missing is the arterial. Okay, so we know the arterial ulcers now are going to be 72, take away 65. Okay, let's put it on vertical. So take away 65. Okay, all right. So to take away 5, I can't. So I have to borrow 1 from here. And then obviously I cancel and I put 6 because I've taken 1. That 1 becomes 10. 10 plus 2 is going to be 12. And 12 take away 5 is going to be 7. So 7, they are the ones which are arterial. Okay, so these are arterial ulcers. Yeah. Okay, so then we'll go back and substitute into this formula. So arterial, which is 7. Let me take this off. Okay, so arterial is 7. And we have 72. And then multiply. So the total is 72. That's what we've been given. Times 100 over 1. Okay. Right. Okay. So you can start with a smaller number. It doesn't matter. Okay. So we can start with 2. So 2 here into 7 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. And 7 take away 6 is 1. Then 1 comes here, which means we have dropped 2, becomes 12. And then 2 into 12 is going to be 6. And then 2 into 10 is 5. 2 cannot go into 1, so you drop 0. So 2 into 10 is 5. 2 into 0 is 50. Okay, so that's 50. You can divide by 2 again. 2 into 3 is 1. And 1 times 2 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. You drop 6. So 2 into 16 is 8. And then 2 here is going to be 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 take away 4 is 1. And then you drop 0. So 2 into 10 is 5. Okay. Now, then there's no any other number that can divide into any of those. So what you have 7 times 25 over 18. Okay, so we need to multiply these out. So the top, I'm going to have 7 times 5 is going to be 35. And 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is going to be 17. So I've got 175 over 18. Okay. Let me go up, because if I go down, some of these I've seen they are missing, which is not good. So let me go up. So we can do long division, learning from the previous tests. So let's do long division. Okay, just remember that obviously because you were not allowed to use the calculator at the moment, so we have to rely on finding different ways of actually working out the answers. Okay, so we're going to have 175, and we're dividing by 18. So 18 into 17 can't go in there. Okay. All right, so we need to take 18 into 175. Okay, so if we put 10, it's going to be 180. And 180 is just 5 less, and 5 more than this. So try 9. Okay, so let's try 9. And we'll see where I'm putting 9. Okay, say because we are dividing into 175, not into 17. So 9 should come here. So 9 times 8 is going to be 72, is it? Should be 72. And 9 times 1 is going to be 9. 9 plus 7 is going to give us 16. Yeah, so 16. Okay, and we need to subtract. 5 take away 2 is going to be 3. And 7 take away 6 is going to be 1. Yeah, so that's correct. Yes, 13. Okay, so then we're going to have 0, and then 18 before I put 0, I need to divide it. So 18 into 13 is it doesn't go in there, so it's going to be a point. Then I'm going to add a 0. Okay, so 130. So 9 was 162. If we drop another 2 here, so let's try 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, and then we borrow 1 here. 10 take away 6 is going to be 4. Then I'm going to add a 0. And 18 into 40 is going to be 6. Not 6. 2. 2 times 18 is 36. If I take away 40 from minus 36, it's going to give me 4. So it will continue. So it's going to be 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Okay. So the answer at the end will be 9.72 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so the answer is going to be 9.72 to 2 decimal places. Okay. Right, let's go to the next question, which is question number 5. Question number 5 says, an ophthalmic unit performed cataract procedures on 245 patients over the course of 1 month. 180 of the patients needed a hospital transport to attend for surgery. What percentage of patients did not require transport? Okay, so not require or not transport, let's put it that way. So no transport. Divided by total, multiplied by 100 over 1. Okay, so we need to find those who didn't require transport. So 108 of them, okay, needed the transport. So we need to subtract. So 245 take away 180. Okay. 5 take away 0 is 5. 4 take away 8 is not possible because this is smaller than that. So we borrow 1 from here. We leave 1, and that 1 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So 14 take away 8 is going to be 6. So 65 did not need transport. So that's what comes there. Okay, so let's substitute this into that formula we have at the top there. Okay. So we have 65 over the total was 245, and we multiply by 100 divided by 1. Okay. So let's see. So we need the numbers that can go in there. So 5 can go in there. So 5 into 6 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 take away 5 is 1. You drop 5, so it becomes 15. And 5 into 15 is 3. And 5 into 24 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And 24 take away 20 is 4. Then you drop 5, so 45. So 5 into 45 is 9. Okay, is there any number again that can, no, there's no other number that can divide into this. So what you have is multiply this out. So 13 times 100 is going to be 1300. And you're dividing by 49. Okay. So let's see what we get. So 133. So 49 to 13, no. Okay, it doesn't go in there. And then we need to look at the 130. Okay, so let's see. 130. Hold on. So we need 130 divided by 49. Okay, so 49 is going to be 98. So we're going to put here, let's try 2. 2 times 9 is 18. And 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, so 9 here. And 0 take away 8 is not possible. So we're going to borrow 1 from here. There's going to be 2 remainder. 10 take away 8 is going to be 2. And 2 take away 9 is not possible. We're going to borrow this 1. So there's nothing here remaining. And that is going to be 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 take away 9 is going to be 3. Then I'll drop this 0 here. So 320. Into 320, let's try 9 times 4 is 36. That. Okay, 9 times 4, no, 9 times 9 is 81. And 9 times 4 is 36, so that's too big. Let's try 7. 7 times 9, 63. 7 times 4, 28. 28 plus 3 is going to be 31. So 11, yeah. So let's try 7. So 7 times 9 is 56, isn't it? No. 63. And 7 times was 28 plus 6. Sorry, I did the wrong thing here. So it should be 24 plus 6, because this was 63. So 8 plus 6 is 14. And this is then 1 plus 2 is 34. So 34, no, it's too big. So we need to reduce that. Let's try 6. Okay, we're going to try 6. 6 times 9. Let's take off this off. Is 2, 3, 0. Yeah, so 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 5 is going to give us 29. And then we put 1 here, so there's 1 remaining. 10 take away 4 is going to be 6. 1 take away 9 is not possible, so we borrow 1 from here. We're left with 2. And that 1 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 take away 9 is going to be 26. And 49 into 26 doesn't go, so we put a decimal place there. We add a 0 here. It's 260. So we know a bit here. Yeah. Okay, so if we try 7, 7 times 4 is 8. It's going to be 28, so that's too far. We have 5. 5 times 5 is 45. 5 times 4 is going to be 20, 24. So yes. So try 5. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 4, 24. We'll borrow 1 from here, so we have 5. 10 take away 5 is going to be 5. And 5 take away 1 is going to be 1. So 5 take away 4. We add a 0. This is 150. And 49 to 150. Let's see. 2 is 98. 98. 98 is not possible. So try 3. 3 times 9, 27. 3 times 4, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. So it's going to be 147. Okay, and 10 take away 7 is going to be 3. We have 30, so we're going to have a 0. So the answer is 26 point. So the answer is 26.53. Okay, to 2 decimal places. Let's just double check, make sure it's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay, that's right. Okay, let's clear this. This technology need to be so patient with it. Okay, right. Okay, let's go to the next question. Next question is question 6. Okay, so question 6, let's go up. Yeah. Question 6 says, of 496 patients attending for surgical procedures over a period of 1 month, 327 require aftercare from a community or practice nurse. What percentage do not need aftercare? Okay, so what you have is no aftercare divided by the total, and then you multiply by 100. over 1. Very important to do this at the very beginning, because you know exactly what data you need. So when you look into back into the question, you are trying to find to extract this data, these numbers here. Okay, so obviously you can also appreciate why one of the things you need English in order for you to qualify for nursing courses, because you need to read this information and then extract what is relevant and then use it to solve whatever problem you've been asked. So the problem here is to find the percentage of no aftercare. So you need to pick the right numbers. Right, so in total, there are 496. So 496, that's the total. But we need to take away those who actually needed aftercare. So 327, these needed aftercare. Okay, so take away from this total, we should have the number which we need on top. So 6 take away 7 is not possible. So you borrow 1 from here, and then you are left with 8. That one becomes 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 take away 7 is 9. And then you have 8 remaining. 8 take away 2 is going to be 6. Yeah, and then you have 4. 4 take away 3 is going to be 1. So 169 needed did not need aftercare, because these needed aftercare, but these ones didn't. So then we are going to put these numbers, this number into our formula at the top. So we have 169 divided by the total. The total is 496. And then you multiply by 100 over 1. Okay. So let's see if there's any number that can go in. So start with a smaller number. So we have 2 here, can go here is 2. 2 into 9 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And 9 take away 8 is 1. You drop 6, so into 8 into 16 is 8. And 2 here is going to be 5. And 2 here is going to be 0. You can divide by 2 again. So 2, 1, 1 into 2. 2 into 2 is 1. 2 into 4 is 2. 2 into 8 is 4. And then 2 into 5 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 take away 4 is 1. And the 2 into 10 is 5. Okay, is there a number that can go in here and in there? The answer is definitely no. We can see any number. Okay, so what we have, we're going to have this multiplied by that. So let's create that. Okay, so we have 25. 169 times 25. And we're going to divide it by this. So let's find this number here first. Okay, so we need to multiply by 25. Okay, let's see what we get. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 4 can be 4. Should be 5 there, not 4. Okay, that's 45. So 30. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Then 2 times 9 is 18. So we write 8, we keep 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 we kept is 13. And 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I add this. Yeah, let me take this. So remember, I'm going to divide by 134. 124. So let me put it here, 2124. That's what I need to use to divide it. So let me add this. So I have 5. 8 plus 4 is 12. I put 2, I keep 1. 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 1, 12. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so this is the number I need. Okay, so now I'm going to have I'm going to have this number divided by this number. Okay, so I have 4, 2, 2, 5. Sometimes too much patient. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so that's the number I need. Okay, so that's 4, 2, 2, 5. I'm going to divide by 1, 2, 4. Okay. Okay, right. So 1, 2, 4 can't go into 42. So I'm going to take 1, 4, 2, 2. So 1, 4, 2, 2. Okay, I'll try 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 times 1 is 3. So I have 3, 7, 2. If I subtract this, so 2 take away 2 is 0. 2 take away 7 is not possible. So I'm going to borrow 1 from here. I'm left with 3. That one becomes 10. 10 plus 7. So 10 plus 2 is going to 12. 12 take away 7 is going to be 5. Okay, I'm going to drop 5. Then I'm going to see 124 into 505. So I'll try. I can see here 320, 372 was 3. If I add 2 more, it's going to be too much, okay? Because it's going to be 3 times 372, 372, so come to 6 something. So I'll try 2. Let's see, 2. No, this was 3. So if it was 3, 3 was 3,000. Yeah, 4. Not going downwards. So I'll try 4. Okay, 4 there. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, so I subtract 5, take away 6. It's not possible. I need to borrow 1 from here, but there's nothing here. It's 0. So I'm going to go here and borrow 1. So I'm left with 4. I take 1 to here, it becomes 10. And I borrow 1 here, there's 9 to be left. And that one becomes 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 take away 6 is going to be 9. 9 take away 9 is 0. 4 take away 4 is 0. So 124 into 9 can't go, so it's going to be a decimal point. And I add 0. 124 into there can't go in. Okay, so I need to add another 0. And then, so this is 0. And then 124 into 900. So I know 4 was 496. If I double that, it's going to be over this. So I'll try 1 less. So if I double 4 is 8, 1 less is 7. So 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. So write 6, keep 1. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. 0 take away 8 is not possible. I need to borrow 1. Now there's nothing here, so I'm going to borrow from here. So I'll remain with 8. I borrowed 1, this becomes 10 here, and then I'm going to borrow 1 from there, so there's 9 left. That one becomes 10. 10 take away 8 is going to be 2. 9 take away 6 is going to be 3. Okay, I'm going to add another 0 here, which is going to be 320. If I go here, 3, so it's going to be 2. So the answer is going to be 34.07 to 2 decimal places. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to question number where are we? Question number 7. Okay, so retinal scanning unit invited 326 patients to attend 4 checks, but only 287 attended. What percentage of patients did not attend? So we have none attenders. Divide by total times 100. Okay. So this is non-attendance. Okay, so we need to look at non-attendance. So 326 were invited and 287 actually attended. So we need to subtract. So 326 were invited. Take away those who attended. So these are the ones who came. Okay, it's 287. 6 take away 7 is not possible. So we borrow 1 from here, which is 10. 10 plus 6 going to be 16. 16 take away 7, it's going to be 9. And here there's 1 remaining, so borrow 1 from here, and 2 is remaining, so that 1 becomes 10. 10 plus 1, 11. 11 take away 8, it's going to be 3. So this is the number that did not actually come to attend, or did not attend. Okay, so 39. So the total is 326. Okay, so let's take this off. So what we have non-attendance 39. Total is 326. And we multiply this by 100 over 1. Okay, so we can divide 2 into here and 2 into here. So 2 into 3 is 1. And the remainder 1, so 2 times 1 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. We drop this 2, become 12, so it's going to be 6. That's 2 into 12. Remainder nothing. Then 2 into 6 is 3. And then 2 here is going to be 50. Okay, is there any number that can divide into here and there? Okay, we have 13 here can go in, so 13 times 3. Yeah, so 13 can go in here 3 times, but what about here? Let's see, because the only thing I can do this is because I know 9 times 7 is 63, but 9 times 3 is 27, so that's not possible. So what we're going to have, we need this multiplied by that. So we need 39 multiplied by 50. Okay, so what we can do, we're going to put 0 there and multiply by 5. Okay, so then 0 and then multiply by 5. And this will be exactly the same as the 39 multiplied by 50. So 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 9 is 45. We write 5. I like 4. I don't know why I like 4. But we need 45 there, not 4. Okay, so we need 5. We have kept 4. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. Okay, so it's this number which we need to divide. Okay, so this number divide by 163. Let's take off this bit here. Okay, so 163. Okay, so 163 into 19 doesn't go. Into 1995 is 1. 1 times 163 is 163. Okay, if we subtract this, we'll have 5 take away 3 is 2. 9 take away 3, not take away 6 is 3. We drop 0. Okay, so if we drop 0 here, we have 163. 163. How many times can it go there? That's correct. 5 take away 3, 320. If I double this, what would it become? 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6. Hold on. Double check here. It's 19, 50. Doesn't look right, is it? If I put these numbers correctly, because this is 32 and 163 is correct here. Okay, no, the problem is here. Is it? No. This is 5 take away 3 is 2. 9 take away 6 is 3, so that's correct. I drop 0. And so this into here should be 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, let me try it through. Let's see what happens. So I have 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3, 326. So that's not possible. Okay, you can see why. Okay, so take off this and this. So it doesn't go because yeah, so it's 1. And 1 times 2 is 163. And if I subtract this, I've got a 10 take away 3 is going to be 7. And 12, okay, I borrowed 1 here, so there's 1 many. I borrow 1 from here, there's 2 remainder. And that 1 becomes 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 take away 6 is 5. And then 2 take away 1 is 1. Okay, so let me go up there. Okay, so what I have is now 157. And I have 11. And I have 163. So it doesn't go in there, it's going to be decimal point. Then I need to add a 0 here. So 1570. I'll try 9, because if it's 10, it's going to be 16,630, which is much higher. So I'll have 1 less. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 2 is 56. I'll write 6, I'll keep 5. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 plus 5 is going to be 14. I borrow 1 here. Okay, so 6 limit. 10 take away 7 is 3. And 3 is what is remaining here? There's 6 remaining. 6 take 6 is 0. And 5 take away 4 is 1. Okay, so then I add a 0. This is 1030. Okay, try. It means it's going to be less than that. I'll try 6. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 6, 36 plus 1, 37. 6 times 1 is 6. Why do you write that? So this is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 plus, we have plus 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Then it's bigger. I made a mistake here. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 plus 1, 37. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Yeah, 6 times 1 plus 3 is 9. Okay, let's take this off. Okay, so let's subtract those. So 0 take away 8 is not possible. So we're going to have borrow 1 here. So we have 2 remainder. 10 take away 8 is 2. 2 take away 7 is not possible. We're going to borrow from here. Okay, so there's nothing here, so we're going to borrow 1. Then there's nothing remainder. So 10 take away 1 is going to be 9 remaining. That one becomes 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 take away 7 is 5. Okay, and then we add 0. And obviously this is going to be 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. And 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. We subtract 10, take away 9 is 1. There's 1 remainder here because we borrowed 1. We borrow 1 from here, there's 4 remainder. So that 10 plus 1, 11. 11 take away 8 is going to be 3. Okay, so the answer is going to be 11.96 to 2 decimal places. Okay. Right, okay, let's go to the next one. That's question number... Oh, sorry, those are percentages. Oh, that's what I forgot. So it's 11.96%. Yeah, I think I did the same with the previous one. So they are all in percentages. That's what we have been asked. So we need to put percentage at the end of it. Okay. Sorry for that. So go to the next one. Okay, so question 8. An audit of surgical wound repair found that 144 patients had clips and 56 were sutured. What percentage of the patients had sutured? Okay, so we have sutured divided by total, multiply this by 100. Okay, so the answer is going to be percentage. Yeah, I think I've forgotten to put the percentage in one of these previous answers. Okay, so what we know here is 56 were sutured. Okay, what percent of the patient had sutures? So we have been given already, so we don't need to subtract. So it's 56 divided by the total. The total number of patients were 144. And multiply by 100 over 1. So again, 2 here is going to be 72. 2 into 14 is 7. 2 into 4 is 2. Then 2 here is going to be 50. 2 into 10 is 5. 2 into 0 is 0. 2 here is going to be 36. 2 into 7 is 3, 6, which is 6. It could be 1. 1 plus 3, which is going to be 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay? And 2 into 20 into 50 is 25. Okay, so we have 36. 9 is going to go in here. 9 is going to go in there. Okay, so let's continue with smaller. So 2 here is 1. 2 into 16 is 8. 2 here is going to be 2. 2 into 16 is going to be 8. 2 here is going to be 9. And 2 here is going to be 14. Okay, so what we have 14 times 25 over 9. Okay, so let's do long multiplication. Okay, let's do long multiplication, which is 25 multiplied by 14. 4 times 5 is 20, so I would do 0, keep it 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. So we add this. This is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, so now I have 350 divided by 9. Okay. So 350, I'm dividing by 9. 9 into 35 is going to be 3. 3 times 9 is going to be 27. I need to subtract this. Okay. Okay, so okay, so this 5 take away 7 is not possible. I'll borrow 1 from here, so there's 2 remaining. So that 1 becomes 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 take away 7, I've got to have 8. Okay, and then I drop this 0. Then 9 into 80 is going to be 8. And 8 times 9 is going to be 72. I subtract that. So 8, 0 take 2, 0 take away 2 is not possible. I'm going to borrow 1 from here. And this 7 remainder. That one becomes 10. 10 take away 2 is going to be 8 again. I add that. Sorry, that's not correct. I'm not going to add 0, so I will say 9 into 8 are going to go. So it's going to have a decimal place. So there's a decimal place there. And then add 0. Then 9 into 8 is going to be 8 again. So it's going to continue because the 8 times that is going to be 72. And you see, I'm going to have 8 again. So it's going to be 8, 8, 8, 8. So at the end, it's going to be 38.89%. Okay, this is the 2 decimal places. Okay. Right, okay, let's go to the next one. That's question number 9. Okay, so question number 9 says a 40-year-old man has a resting pulse rate of 72 beats per minute. Immediately after exercise, his pulse is 104 beats per minute. What is the percentage increase in his pulse rate? Okay, right. So what we need here, we need the increase. Let me write correctly. Increase. Okay, so it's going to be increase. Not the M. I'm really struggling with this, but I'll get used. I'm not going to give up. So increase. I look like writing like a baby. Okay, increase over initial times in 100 over 1. Another way is change. Yeah, that's another way of, so change can be negative, can be positive. So you're going to put change, okay, divided by initial times 100. Very, very important to make sure. So you don't need both, you only need one of them. If it's easier for you to use the change, look at the change. So change is going to be where we are now, okay, minus where we started, okay. So where we are now is 104. So 104 minus where we started, which is 72. Okay, so if we subtract that, let's do. Right, then we are looking at the change. So it's going to be the change or the increase. Okay, so 4 take away 2 is 2. 0 take away 7 is not possible, so we're going to borrow 1 from here, and there's nothing remaining. 10 take away 7 is going to be 3. Okay, so this is the change, this is the increase. So the increase is 32. Okay, once we've got that number, then everything becomes easier. So we're going to have initial is where we started from. Okay, that's another way of looking at it. Okay, so where we started, so that's another thing here, where we started. Okay, just need one of these, not all of them, both of them. Okay, so we know change, which is increase, is 32. And initial, which where we started from, is 72. And we multiply that by 100. So I've substituted these values into this, okay? 4 can go in here, so 4 here into 7 is 1. And 4 times 1 is 4. 7 take away 4 is 3. And 4 into 32 is going to be 8. And then 4 into 10 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And 10 take away 8 is going to be 2. We drop 0, so 20. 4 into 20 is 5. We can divide by 2 here. So 2 into 18 is 9. And 2 into 32 is 16. There's no any other number that can divide in here and in any of these without a remainder. So then what we need to find 16 times 25 and divide by 9. So let me take this off. Right, so as currently we are not allowed to use a calculator, that's why we're going through all these to make sure you know how to do them without a calculator. Probably in the long run, calculators will be allowed. But at the moment, you are not allowed. So then 25 times 16, remember that? That's what we need. So let's work out 25. So we have 25 multiplied by 16. Okay. So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Then 1 times 25 is 25. So I need to add this. Okay. Okay, so if I add this, I'm going to have 0. 5 plus 5 is 10, 0. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 I kept is 4. So it's 400 divided by this 9. Divided by this 9 here. Okay. So let's do that. 9 into 4 doesn't go. Then I have 40. So 9 into 40 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. Okay, if I subtract this, I can't. So I'm going to borrow 1 here. There's 3 remaining, and then that becomes 10. 10 take away 6 is 4. We're going to drop this is 0. Then 9 into 40 is going to be 4 again. 4 times 9 is going to be 36. I subtract, I get 4 again. 9 into 4 can't, it's always going to be a point. And then I add a 0, it's going to be 4 again. 4 times 9 is going to be 36. So you can see it's going to be repeating. So it's going to be like that. So it could be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So the final answer will be 44.44%. Okay. So final answer is 44.44% to 2 decimal place. Okay. All right, let's go to the last question. Okay, question 10 says a 30-year-old female with asthma has a peak expiratory flow rate of 400 liters per minute before using her inhaler. After inhaler use, this increased to 460 liters per minute. What's the percentage increase in her peak expiratory? So again, it's going to be change. Divide by initial. Multiply by 100 over 1. Okay. So change, now we need to be careful. So they are both in liters, so that makes life easier. If one was not in liters, then it means we need to convert the other so that they are in the same measurements. Okay. So to see the change, we need 460 where we are now. Take away where we started from, which is 400. Okay, so 0, 6, yeah. So increase is 60, so the change is 60. And initial is 400. So therefore, we're going to substitute this into the equation, sorry, not the equation, the formula we have put up there. So this one here. So change is 60. Change is 60. Divided by initial is 400. So they're both liters. So liter will cancel. So nothing to worry at all. And then I'm going to multiply by 100 for 1. Okay. So we can cancel this 0. So this is 0. Cancel with that is 0. This is 0. Cancel with this is 0. Okay. So what we are depending is 60 times 1. Or we can divide here 2 here is 2. 2 into 6 is 3. 2 into 0 is 0. 2 into 2 is 1. And 2 into 3 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. Into 10, it's going to be 5. So you have 15 times 1. Okay, so 15 times 1 divided by 1 times 1, which is to give you 15%. So it's a 15% increase. Okay. Right, so there you are. Right, so this is how to work the percentages. I hope it is going to be helpful for you and you're going to make use of it. Okay. If any problem, go to my Examsolutionprovider.com and you should find my contact details there and you're going to get a hold of me. As I said at the beginning, I provide tutorial support for quite a number of different things, including looking at your assignments, guides in your assignments, reviewing your assignments, helping you to understand your assignments, but also editing the drafts that you make, including also tutorial support on your dissertation or projects or data analysis. So go to my website, Examsolutionprovider.com, all one word, exam solution, not solutions, solutionprovider.com. Okay. I'm based in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire, UK. So it's very easy to get hold of me. All right, all the best. I'll meet you in the next, which is a 2.9. Thank you. Bye.